Okay, so at the moment we can pause. We can't unpause and get rid of this, so we need to find a way to actually get rid of this menu here. So let's just go stop. And my recommendation, again, we want to keep everything encapsulated. So I'm actually going to run this from my player controller. That keeps everything happening in the same place. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to create a custom event here. So custom event, add custom event, select that one. And I'm going to call this something meaningful. What should we call it? What should we call it? Continue. Whoops, continue game. Hopefully that's fine. Yep, cool. So what do we want to do here? We want to get rid of our viewport. So we've got our pause menu here. Let's grab that. If I hold Control and drag, it gives me a version of that. And then we can, I think we can remove like so. Pretty sure that will remove from parent. Oh yeah, sorry, remove from parent's all we want. That's right. And unpause. Actually, we want this one again, don't we? So with this time, all we need to do is duplicate that, Control D, and we're going to unpause like so. Now the other thing I'm going to do as well, because I'm obviously a cautious programmer, I don't want it to try and unpause this if this doesn't exist. Now there's a couple of ways I can do it. If I right click on here, you'll see it says convert to validated get. What that does is that it says, does it exist? Does my pause menu exist? So if I click on that, you'll see it's changed to this node, and I actually need to connect that up. So let's do that. Now, if it is valid, we want to remove from parent. Okay, and it's not going to do it if it's not valid. If it's not valid, I'm just going to do a print string. And say pause menu does not exist, so that I know that's there. Now, I might do a similar thing, in fact, up here. If I want to be careful, so because we're going to be hitting the pause menu multiple times. So we don't want to go and create the menu widget if it already exists. So what we're going to do, again, is just grab this. And again, we can right click and just say convert to validated get. And let's just drag this out a little bit. And if it's not valid, we want to create the menu widget. Okay. If it's not valid. If it is valid, all we want to do, we can actually skip that, come right over here and add it to the viewport. So let's just make that look a little bit cleaner by adding a reroute node there and there. So I'm just highlighting and double clicking to add those. So if it's valid, we're not going to create a new version of it. We're just going to skip straight to add to viewport. And again here, if it's not valid when we said continue game, because first of all we want to close it, we're going to remove from parent. If it's not valid, then it's not on the screen, and we're not going to do anything. So how do we call that? We're actually calling it from, or we're running this from within the controller. So this is where the code is run. But I'm going to call it obviously from my button, from my pause menu. So to do that, this is our continue button. We want to get player controller. Okay. And what we need to do here is, because we're not just using the base controller, we've created our own controller. We want to cast that, which is essentially turning that into, so cast to BP, what was it? Game player controller. And if we do that, we're going to call continue game. So all we need to do is drag that off and say continue game. There we go. And that will run the code that I've just written in there. If not, again, I would recommend not leaving these just hanging there, because sometimes they get, things are failing and you don't know. So I'd always put some sort of print, some sort of meaningful message here, and just say that cast to BP player controller failed, just so you know what's going on here. And I think that should be all we want there. So save, cool. And just Control Shift S. Now, if everything has gone to plan, which of course doesn't always happen, this should work. So we can come here, hit P for pause, pauses the game. If we hit continue, oh, what have we forgot to do? We're still, we haven't put our focus back to the game, so we need to go and do that. So we come back to player controller. So our last one here was set input game mode UI only. We want to input mode game only, and player controller, we can just drag down from here into self, and that should do the trick. Let's try that again. P, paused, continue. Oh, we can still see it. Damn it. All right, one more thing. Duplicate that. Drag it down here. We don't want to show the mouse cursor. Okay. One more time. P. Continue. Yay. All works. So now we have ourselves a main menu, and we have a pause menu, and we can go back to our main menu if we want to, and we can quit. So we've got our sort of basics there. One other thing that I will show you, which is kind of important for this set of videos. I might as well do that now. Let's just quickly go into, where have they? Where do they hide them? Editor preferences. Okay. So at the moment I'm just saying, let's use the P key, which, okay, but you know that when we're in game, we can actually change these things in game. So Unreal actually has a way for us to do that. And if we go to input, where are you, input? General. Where have you gone? Plugins, privacy. Where's my input gone? I guess you guys. Oh, keyboard shortcuts. No. Maybe they've changed it. Let's try searching for input. What do we got? Editors, graph editors. Okay, let me pause here and go and find out where they put it in version 5, and I'll come back and we'll have a look at it.